like. All right, Cheryl, thank you. Coming up, all eyes on OPEC and oil as investors look to see if Iraq and the UAE will keep their word to cut oil production. This as oil is now up, what, 19%? Sorry, 17% since late June. Plus, Taylor Swift testifies. The pop singer is facing off with a Denver DJ who she claims groped her backstage at one of her concerts. The dueling lawsuits straight ahead.
After more critical leaks,
we are cracking down strongly.
Will we finally see a clean sweep of the White House? Powerful insight on Dobbs tonight.
Home is where we find peace and quiet. But when you can't, trust Angie's List to help. Get started at angieslist.com today.
Dry mouth? Use Smart Mouth with Moisture Lock technology. It's the only dry mouth rinse that relieves bad breath for 12 hours with only one use.
Available at Walmart or most pharmacies and supermarkets.
Working hard to lower your LDL bad cholesterol? Not making enough progress? You eat well, take the highest dose statin you can, but still aren't getting where you need to be. Now there's Repatha, a different way to reduce LDL and get on the path to dramatically lower numbers. Repatha works differently than your statin to help clear LDL. Repatha plus the highest dose statin drove down LDL an average of 71% more than a statin alone.
Do not take Repatha if you are allergic to it. Repatha may cause allergic reactions. Signs include redness, severe rash or itching, swollen face, or trouble breathing. The most common side effects include runny nose, sore throat, common cold symptoms, flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, and redness, pain, or bruising at the injection site.
Added to a highest dose statin, Repatha lowered LDL below 70 for up to 90% of people. Ask if Repatha can get you on the path to way lower LDL.
Professionals don't wait for great opportunities. They go looking for them. In North America, Europe, and Asia. In stocks, options, futures, Forex, and bonds. Dozens of markets. Hundreds of brokers. How can you stay on top of them all? You don't have to. Interactive Brokers lets you enter low-cost orders 24 hours a day in 24 countries, 22 currencies, and 110 markets from a single account on any device. Interactive Brokers.
Who knew that phones would start doing everything? Entertaining us, getting us back on track, and finding us dates. Phones really have changed. So why hasn't the way we pay for them? Introducing Xfinity Mobile. You only pay for data and can easily switch between pay per gig and unlimited. No one else lets you do that. See how much you can save when you choose by the gig or unlimited. Call or go to xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity Mobile. It's a new kind of network designed to save you money.
As we age, our oral health begins to suffer. Teeth weaken. Mouths are more sensitive. Gum health suffers. That's why people like us use Closest Silver with fluoride. It's specially formulated for the needs of older adults. Closest Silver is alcohol-free, so it's safe for sensitive mouths. And it kills 99% of harmful bacteria, reduces plaque, and remineralizes enamel for stronger teeth and gums. It's exactly what we need. Get Closest Silver today.
All right, taking a look at oil this morning, what a move we have seen. Actually, one this morning, you're looking at a drop of 1 full percent at $49 a barrel. Prices edging lower, but still near 9-week highs. Investors are watching for news out of Abu Dhabi, where representatives of some OPEC and non-OPEC nations will meet today for a 2-day summit. Joining us now is the Schork Report publisher, Stephen Schork. Stephen, very good to see you on this Monday morning.
Great to be here. Thank you.
All right. Well, this meeting aims to step up pressure on Iraq and the UAE to honor their pledge to cut production. What are the chances of them complying with this agreement?
Probably slim to none, Sandra. So what we essentially have here is the only real tangible impact from OPEC's cuts that began at the beginning of this year was to open up an arbitrage opportunity for North Sea and North American crudes to supplant Saudi Arabia's sales into its Asian refiners this summer. So OPEC has an extreme problem at this point because we are now coming into this summer, prices were falling, and demand here in the United States has never been stronger. So now the problem here is demand for crude oil has peaked for this year. So as seasonality kicks in, as we start driving fewer miles, crude oil demand will begin to fall and will continue to fall through the end of the quarter.
All right, talk to me. Stop there, and
yes.
give me a forecast.
Sure.
We're at $49 a barrel. It's been on quite a run since June 21st, up 17%. Sure. You're saying this is it. Demand's peaking. Prices are going to go lower from here. How low?
Well, let's keep in mind this is the future. So what happened starting about a month and a half ago is Wall Street went kind of all in on lower oil prices. And Wall Street has been horrific in trying to forecast the price of oil. They've been buying when it's been falling, and they've been selling when it's been turn that around. But
all right, so
regardless,
show them up. Where's the price going?
At this point, we're right now, look, we're right in the middle of the range of where we've been for the past 2.5 years, $49.50, $51 a barrel. The high in this market has been, will continue to be $55, $56, the low end $45, $44. So the significant rally we've had over the past 2 months is coming off of from the bottom of that range. So from an economics 101 standpoint, we're at the peak of the season. Demand's going to continue to fall. Production here, shale production here in the United States is at a record high. Overall production here in the United States is at a 2.5-year high. So when you juxtapose rising production, falling demand, I have to like oil prices going into the end of the quarter lower, so back down into that mid $40 range.
Mid $40 range is your target then. All right,
Absolutely.
so we're also keeping a close eye, Stephen, on the crisis in Venezuela. Last week, the White House slapped financial sanctions against Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, freezing any assets he has within U.S. jurisdiction. Stephen, could these sanctions have an effect on the oil market?
Again, because demand is falling, I'm not overly concerned with regard to the loss or the potential loss of these sanctions, per se, because they do not impact the flow of Venezuelan oil. And Venezuela has to sell its oil. The notional value since Maduro came into office 2 years ago has been cut by 2/3. So Venezuela has to get as much oil as possible out onto the market. And this is something that OPEC needs to contend with, because not only do you have Libya and Nigeria, which are currently exempt from the quotas, now producing near their record capacity, you have the weak link in the cartel, Venezuela, that has to sell its oil at any price.
Right.
So the big question with regard to OPEC is, will Libya and Nigeria now join the quota to compensate for Venezuela and their need to completely to get as much oil onto the market as possible, because they are starved for cash.
All right, thanks for digging into it for us. Stephen Schork, thanks for being here this morning.
Thank you.
All right, well, coming up, a showdown over sanctuary cities. Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel's new legal fight with the Justice Department next. Plus, plugging the White House leaks. Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein addresses the efforts to stop this issue. His comments straight ahead.